You have to pay all that money for that expensive plane ticket over here. Make that brutal 20-hour flight. Pay for everything once you get here. Make all the plans. You are the party. Party don't start till you get here. Meanwhile, what does she do? Absolutely nothing. She goes about her life as usual. She spends no money. She makes no plans. She's waiting for you to get here. You're the diamond. You're the prize. You're the catch. Stay focused on what you need to do. Who cares what she wants? Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. Who cares what she wants? Everybody knows what she wants. The whole world knows. And if you don't know what she wants by now, shame on you. Just go back and watch the thousands and thousands of videos focused on what she wants. Meanwhile, what do you want? We stay too focused on her plan. You don't even have a damn plan. I want to talk about that today. You know, it's a steep learning curve for new people coming over here to the Philippines. I'm going to talk about that, some of the things that you should be worried about. I'm going to talk about what makes this place a great place for foreigners, because you've been getting a lot of, negative about the Philippines, even from these Filipino vloggers. But I want you to remember something. They're not talking to you for real. Because as a foreigner, we live in an alternate universe from the Philippines they're talking about. It runs parallel. We're in a whole different dimension. Okay, they know nothing about the new stars and the Hennons and the cocoa groves of this place. They don't know anything about paying cash for a car, paying cash for houses, the lower cost of living. They have nothing to weigh it up against. So they're talking about a whole different place, guys. But if you're watching this and you're thinking about coming here, or you've been thinking about coming here, the first thing you want to worry about is your budget. How much money do I have for my trip? Okay, because it's not free. And then, because that's what you want to establish. You don't want to make your trip and then find out, well, how much is it going to take for me to do all this that I got in front of me? How much money do you? I'm talking about a real budget that you're not going to go over, because a lot of us, we overspend when we come here for a lot of reasons. But I'm walking here today, man. It's beautiful today. It's overcast. Looks like it might rain. I don't know. So if you say I got $2,000 for my trip, how much Philippines can I get for $2,000? Then you want to know, well, when am I leaving and when am I coming back? Very important. A lot of y'all still working. You working around your vacation and all of that. As you figure that out, you say, well, what airline am I going to take? So many choices. And then after that, you're going to say, well, where am I flying into? Am I flying into Clark, Cebu, Manila? Then after that, where am I going to stay? Airbnb, hotel? What am I going to do while I'm there? Because I want to remind you of something. If you're coming over here simply to see a woman, then you're a sex tourist. You're no different than a sex tourist. Hey man, what's up? You want to do something different than that. You want to be able to separate the Philippines from the Filipina, because there's much more to do over here, much more to do over here than to come to see a woman. If you come in 8,000 miles just for that, you're a sex tourist, man. So don't I don't want to hear that, but find out what you're going to do. Do you need a visa? Do you need vaccinations before you come over here? You don't even know that. You're not even thinking about that. All you're thinking about is meeting a woman. That's it. We're too focused on her plan. You know, I was talking about the alternate universe that we as foreigners live in over here. And the new possibilities that the Philippines offers us that doesn't offer the typical local. You know, I paid off all my bills by moving here. I built the house from the ground up with cash money. I didn't have it all at once. I used the Filipino mortgage, you know, you pay as you go. But see, that's the type of possibilities that are available to us over here as foreigners. You know, when you hear these people and they putting down the Philippines, man, hey, man, buntag, the Philippines that you're going to experience is not this worn down place, okay? The corruption doesn't affect you. The poverty doesn't affect you. All that stuff, that negative stuff that they're talking about, that's the Philippines that you're not even going to see. You don't hear these people talking about the New Star Resort because they can't afford it. Okay, how many videos have you seen where they're there? Hey, man, buntag, I know one guy that stayed there. Okay? It's a whole different world, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we were talking on my live stream yesterday. Guy says, hey, 140,000 a year in America. There was an article he read that says that that's the poverty line in America. And I was like, wow. He said for 140,000 a year, you could live a very, very good lifestyle over here. And I was like, man, you'd be in the upper echelon of society with that kind of money over here. I know guys who have that kind of money. Me, no. But I don't need that kind of money. Frank Ellis said, man, if you got $3,000 a month over there, you a baller. You know, and I have to agree with him. If you're over here and you got $3,000 a month, which the locals don't have, the women that you're going to deal with, they have nothing like that. You got a driver. You got a helper or maid, you know. I don't like to use the word maid because, you know, for what, you know, for it just seems so disrespectful, even though it's not. That's a job. But anyway, you got a real nice place to live. Imagine having a driver, man. You know, I'm able to get massages over here for $5 for 1 hour, Swedish massage. Think about that. I had never received a massage in my life. It must be the holiday here. Nobody's on the road. Look at this. I had never received a massage in my whole entire life till I started coming over here in the Philippines, 2009. I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to give somebody $60 to rub oil on me. But over here it was like 250 pesos. So I said, well, let me try it, man. I got addicted. I was getting a massage every day. The people was like, sir, I don't think you're supposed to get a massage every day. But shit, it was feeling so good, man. And then if you want to pay $8, okay, you go to Bacolod. They'll put you to sleep. See, that's the alternate universe that we live in over here. The typical local is getting a massage for maybe 50 pesos from the quack doctor, because I've had those too, and they're just as good if you get the right one. But the point I'm trying to make is we stay too focused on what the woman wants and not what you want. And not what you're trying to accomplish over here. You're coming 8,000 miles. You got to have some type of plan. Your plan has to be bigger than just her meeting you at the airport. You know, and while I'm even talking about that, the guy says, well, a young guy in Georgia, He says, Cal, how much money should I send my Filipino girlfriend? I'm like, nothing. Are you married? Do you have children? Hey, man, buntag. And I said nothing. But let me put an asterisk by that. The only time you should be giving a woman over here some money is for her transportation and expenses if she decides to meet you at that airport or the mall or wherever it is that you plan on meeting her. But there's so much more to do over here, and that's what I would do. I've shown Marilyn a whole other world over here that she never even knew existed in her own country. Boracay was only a dream to her. Panglao Bahau was only a dream. Lakawan Island, Bantayan Island. They don't do that stuff, guys. So when you hear these people putting this country down, they're not lying, but they're not talking about the Philippines that you're going to experience. Man, look, I'm going to say this, and this isn't a play on words. What makes the Philippines great is a lot of things for us, man, that we're able to take advantage of. If you're in a situation to take advantage of them, if that's your focus, you know, a lot of people go to Cocoa Grove. I ain't never been to Cocoa Grove. I just wanted to see it. Really nice, man. That was Marilyn's first time. It's so good that really the first couple of times you take a woman to a place like that, she's not going to be able to appreciate it, man. But a lot of you guys, man, certainly you Filipinos, man, y'all need to stop putting this country down. You're not talking to me. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. Man, this is about as beautiful of a morning as you can have. I was watching Asia Now, and they was talking about, you know, the new law that you got to blur people out. Well, see, when you're vlogging, I've never been that type of vlogger. I walk like this. Nobody's here. If it is, they're coming back and forth on a motorcycle. And we're supposed to put some type of privacy notice on the videos and all that. Just more laws that nobody's going to enforce. If you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever y'all find your heart to help somebody. See, you come to the Philippines for stuff like this. See the mountains like that, man. It's so much natural beauty over here. Here's my lesson for you. To find out something great about the Philippines other than a relationship before you get here. Okay, thank me now. Okay, if you're in Cebu, you go to the tops. You go to the Temple of Lea, you go to the Taoist Temple. You experience things like that. You immerse yourself in the culture instead of inside that nappy dugout. That's all we're worried about, man. When that's all you're worried about, you're a sex tourist. You don't want to be a sex tourist. It took me a long, long time to be able to separate the Philippines from Filipinos. But I didn't have a sunshine shoulders telling me and advising me, okay, and putting me up on game and stuff like that. But just one day I woke up, I was like, I don't even need a woman over here to be happy. There's so much more about this place that makes me happy, okay, that I need to be focused on. You come 8,000 miles, you got to have a damn plan, guys. But I just woke up one day, just like I did when I stopped using the word dollar and started using the word peso. But it's perfect weather today. You know, that 80 to 90 degree weather over here every single day. See, that won me over, man. You know, when I go places, nobody bothers me, man. Imagine I've been here over 16 years. In April, it'll be 17 years. I haven't had anything that resembles trouble. You would think, like I was telling the guys on the live stream yesterday, that the law of averages would have caught up with me by now. Something. I done got pickpocketed, my house broken into, something. Nothing. Okay, you talking about freedom, man? To be able to walk around like this? The police nowhere in sight, they don't bother you. They know who the bad guys are over here. And they don't consider you a bad guy. But find in your heart to help somebody. Now, a day goes by and I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Stop focusing on her plan. The whole world knows what she wants. Okay, more than likely she's going to get it. Because that's the advantage she has over you. She knows what she wants and she goes out and gets it. You don't know what you want. Or you don't put it out there in the universe. You're too ashamed to say it. But you have no plan. If you don't know what she wants by now, shame on you. You don't have a chance of being successful over here. And until you're able to separate the Philippines from the Filipinos, you're just a sex tourist, man. That's all that is.
Boots on the ground. Don't do nothing stupid. Give that man his flowers. A tribute through music. If I don't know nothing, I know one thing.